All right, welcome into the Daily Fix every single day for the most part. Yesterday we were a little late, had some things to work out. I don't know if I was still celebrating smoking cigars. I don't know what it was, but it was a little late, a little 12:30 action yesterday, but mostly 12 o'clock noon, be out for us, watching for us. We appreciate all of our loyal listeners hanging with us. And hey, share it. Tell some other folks as we give you this content here every day. This is the Daily Fix with your guy, Ron Hughley, right there in that small box where he rightfully belongs is the very beautiful Steven Sertis. Say hello to the people, Stevie.
Hi.
There he is, as we look forward to that. One thing I do need you to do if you have not done so, if you ride or die every day, you know the drill. Please head to our YouTube channel, Foolish Club Media, like and subscribe. And damn it, this is Super Bowl 2 weeks, and we got a lot rolling in, baby. You got Brian's World coming on Wednesday, beach season. We've got Show and BK. You got this daily. We'll have pregame shows. We'll have postgame shows. We'll have all of it here, right here on Foolish Club Media, and I think some extra stuff for Super Bowl week. Stay tuned for that. In fact, I promise you this, Serta and I, we haven't even talked about it. We'll get you some footage on the field, talking to players during the media scrum over this weekend or over next weekend. So it should be a lot of fun content we'll have right here on Foolish Club Media. So stay tuned, hang out with us, and do your thing here and get the content here. All you got to do is like and subscribe at Foolish Club Media. Remember, if you do not do so, you will be preventing my three children from eating. All right, let's go here. Not going to hold you too long. Jimmy Butler thought it was done at 7 games, and then at 2 games. No, Jimmy kicked it up a notch again today. This story is one of the most fascinating stories in sports happening right now. We'll give you the latest. Who's next? Who's next in 2025? I'll explain more of that in just a bit. But we got to start here. I'll give you my 2 minutes, Steve. Listen, we talked a lot yesterday just about the game, gave our credit to Josh Allen, and did a few things yesterday. But Patrick Mahomes is just simply the greatest player in the game today. And sort of what I've called him the GOAT in waiting. Now, I don't know if they are able to win this game and he plays the way he normally does, and he does what he has done in the previous 3 Super Bowl wins for the Chiefs, and that is become the Super Bowl MVP. I don't know what the real word talk about. I think the GOAT and him on Brady will become more serious, but I don't even know about that. Right now, we just know he is the dominant player, I think, in sports today. Right now, he is the dominant guy in sports today. You can have your Jokic, your Aaron Judge, you can have all of that. He is the tiger of sports when he was the dominant player, the Jordan, the LeBron. He's all of that right now. He is the best athlete going in the world today. And to me, what he showed in Sunday's game to get past Josh Allen, and not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 times, is, man, he said, man, I can do what you do, Josh, and I can do it better in the game. Now, I think Josh is still a better runner, but we look at the game, that's the most attempts, the most yards, and the first time he's ever had, or at least the most attempts, but the first time he's ever had 2 rushing touchdowns in a game in his career. He rushed for 2. His legs were clearly a bigger impact in the game than Josh's legs. And then, of course, he did the Patrick Mahomes stuff. So, I mean, his just greatness of being able to do whatever it takes and whatever he needs to do. He's got every trick in the bag. And I didn't even know he can use his legs the way he did. He's just, I mean, it is literally like we've tried it with the Burrow and all that. We've tried it with Josh. It's just, there's nobody in his class right now. And I don't even think it's just in the game of football. There's nobody in his class when it comes to athletes right now. I just, Serena's retired. There's nobody, I just don't know an athlete that is more dominant in what it is that he does than he is right now going today.
And you said it perfectly. Like, he is just capable of doing whatever he has to do to win, whatever the game plan dictates, whether it's going to be him throwing the ball a bunch, him using his legs, him just making plays, like finding ways to get the job done. Like, it's been talked about a lot since the game on Sunday. Like, that quarterback run that he had for a touchdown was a formation and a play that they ran earlier in the game with Kareem Hunt, but it was a formation that they've never shown before. Like, it was something that they found on film that worked against the Bills specifically. And we don't see designed runs like that for Patrick Mahomes. Like, they just don't do those kinds of things. So how are you supposed to prep for something like that if the Chiefs are just going to whip out stuff like that now? And it's unreal game planning, it's unreal coaching, and just unreal play by one of the most unreal players we've ever seen.
Coming off of a week where he was being ridiculed by some people as being a flopper and a soft dude, I bet you Buffalo guys and defenders for Buffalo in that end zone both times ain't saying that cat is soft, is they? I bet you they're not saying he wasn't flopping on Sunday, was he? No, he was running people over and running people and running through people to get into the end zone twice. He didn't flop then, did he? No, man, that dude he's something special, and we'll see if he can continue to do what he does. All right, Serta, this always intrigues me each year, right? Who's next? I don't know if you remember the wrestler Goldberg, but that used to be his thing. Serta, who's next? Who's next? Because what was it? This year, it's Josh Allen. Josh Allen's the second best quarterback. And I said it yesterday. I agree with that. It was Josh Allen. All right, this is Josh Allen's year to take him down. This is the guy that's going to do it. Previous year, it was Lamar. Remember, they're the number one seed. He's the MVP. He's had the best year of his career, except for this year was probably the best year of his career. But it's Lamar. It was Lamar's time. You got to go to Lamar. You got to beat Lamar. Nope. All right, the 2 years before that, it was Joe Burrow time. All right, shake it up. Here we go, Joe Burrow. He actually beat him once. Then he came back and got him. It's Joe Burrow. That's the rival. For that, it was Josh. For that, it was Brady. I can't even keep up. Who is it next year? Because there are guys. Who is it next year? Who do you think is going to be the rival next year? Whose turn is it? Is it going to be Josh, or is it Joe Burrow's going to come back? Lamar going to come back? Maybe Justin Herbert gets some help, and maybe he's the guy. I'm really intrigued. Who's next? Who's the next rival? Whose turn is it in 2025 to try to handle Patrick Mahomes?
I don't think you can say Jaden Daniels because he's in the NFC. Like, it's got to be an AFC quarterback.
Sure,
so I feel like
maybe CJ Stroud. Maybe it's him.
Yeah, I think it's CJ Stroud or Justin Herbert are the most likely candidates probably to just change it up and get a different quarterback in there. But I would probably go Herbert just because Harbaugh does scare me and what he can get out of that team moving forward.
It'll be interesting because they play him twice a year. I think it's going to be Burrow's time again. I think because we do this, right? Sort of. It is so amazing what Patrick Mahomes does to guys. Like we're doing this right now for everybody. Josh Allen's the unquestioned guy behind him. But last year he was forgotten because Lamar was the unquestioned guy behind him. And then the year before that, it was Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow jumps up this time, and it's going to be Joe Burrow is the guy that we're going to be hearing that is next in line. Although the Chiefs won't play him for the first time in a long time in the regular season, but I bet Joe Burrow. I will guess it's Joe Burrow's turn to claim it again.
That's the Bengals got a very big off season coming up, and some things they really got to figure out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with T. Higgins. We'll see what happens there. They got Al Golden, a new D coordinator, but yeah, it just cracks me up. Who is the rival? Who is it? Maybe it's some new blood. You're right. Maybe it's Herbert or Stroud. I don't know. Maybe Tua goes off. All right. Finally, this Jimmy Butler saga continues. This is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And now it's almost taken for me a place of fun and funny, and it still is. But now to a kind of a more serious note. Here's the recent from Shams Charania. So the Miami Heat have suspended Jimmy Butler now indefinitely. If you remember, Jimmy got suspended 7 games for conduct detrimental to the team because he's just popping off and challenging Pat Riley. Then he got suspended another 2 games because my man just didn't make it to the team flight, and they left him, and he didn't make it. Now, this is why he's been suspended indefinitely. Jimmy Butler sort of walked out of Heat shoot-around practice yesterday morning after he was informed that the team was not planning to start him in the game last night. Instead, they were starting somebody named Hayward Highsmith in the starting lineup instead of Jimmy. Jimmy got word of that, and Jimmy said, I'm out. Jimmy just dipped. Jimmy said, hell no. You got me coming back here, and I'm not starting? The gall, the craziness that Eric Spoelstra would sit here and say, no, you're not starting after you have done everything you could to try to get away from this team, and we're going to sit you on the bench. And he just walks. He's done. So he is really in the blink first, Pat. This is crazy. Listen, I think most people have liked Jimmy Butler. He's got that dog. He's just kind of a throwback, a guy's guy. This, to me, is making Jimmy Butler look bad. I think we've reached the point of look bad now. And he has shown some moments in the past, like he just tried to bully everybody with the Timberwolves, including Karl Anthony Towns that one time. And now this, to me, is officially becoming a bad look. You're going to skip 9 games. You could have been there for your team. You've been gone. You've been doing everything you can to get away. And now they come out, and it's not a shocker. They tell you can't start, and you leave. You quit shoot around. I think this is becoming at first it was like a day, hey, man, this is business, this is money. Like, dude, just don't even come to the shoot around. Just sit. Like, this is a bad look to me for him.
Yeah, I understand he wants to get his way out of there. He wants a fresh start, and he wants an opportunity to really compete for a title. But this is now teetering on the Jimmy Butler, this is why it didn't work out with the Sixers. This is why Jimmy has had problems everywhere he's gone when he hasn't been happy. And now it's like, is Jimmy just a bad teammate where it's just all about Jimmy? And this is the only thing that he cares about is proving that he's got the power to make the decisions. And it's like, we just know an organization like the Heat, like he's simply never going to be that. They're not going to allow him to have more power than Pat Riley.
Well, listen, and we know a guy that's capable of dressing up in that emo haircut. We understand a guy like that is capable of just doing something crazy. When you go and straighten your hair and you put those fake brow earrings in your ear for the team photo, like we know you're a little wild. But this is like now he is already up to this point lost $2.7 million in this charade, and now sort of they have suspended him indefinitely without pay. So he's now throwing money to the ground and doesn't care. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Listen, I know Jimmy's made some money. This is I don't know, boy. Just throwing away millions like this gets to anybody a little bit. But I just think this is now turned into a really, really bad look for Jimmy Butler. Hi, Mom. And Courtney.